My name is Tom Crosby, and my title is Retired Educator. I was born in Fairfield County in a community known as Blair, South Carolina, and then we moved to Union County. And so I grew up in a community known as Santuck. From here, it's, I guess, about 8 miles. When I was somewhere between 7 and 14 years of age, I spent a lot of time with my uncle. His name was John, and it seems as if he knew every plant on this earth by common name. So he would tell me the names of some plant that I asked him about, and that's part of how I became interested in plants. It started my interest in science. I taught biology at Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland, and it was in near the edge of the city. So the campus was somewhat woody. So when we would be talking about certain things in class, I actually used the campus as a laboratory. I taught at Allen for 3 years after retiring, and we would go outside as well, and they would also see the nature on campus. Those were some of the kinds of ways in which I've used my knowledge of nature, you might say, in the teaching process. Well, I of course knew that there would be visitors to the site. I thought to make it more interesting to them is to put labels on the trees, but they will also get some information as to how the enslaved people may have used the trees and other plants. For example, we are sitting here under a black walnut tree, and I was told, and actually I have seen my mom and my grandmom use, for example, the walnuts. They are green in the spring and summer. So what can be done is to take the outer covering of the walnut and boil it in water. And of course, you're going to get a green color or a dye. So the enslaved people most likely may have dyed cloth, and you'd get a green color for the cloth. And the walnut, the outside turns a brownish, blackish color in the fall. So if you do the same, you boil it in water, you're going to get a brownish, kind of army, maybe like color. Another one that you can use for medicinal purpose, let's say, it's called wintergreen, and the leaf is green and it has some little white stripes in it. And I remember my uncle's wife using it when she had a very bad cold uh, for, as a remedy. She boiled it and made it into a tea. Yes. And also you mentioned wild cherry. That one you can use to make furniture.
Okay.
It's very beautiful and also it's expensive. Black walnut is another one that you can use to make furniture, and it's expensive and beautiful also. And cedar, you can also use it to keep moths away from clothing, and you can make what is known as a cedar chest from the wood. They also use like cedar and oak. They use them for the making of pasture fence. Well, the oak trees, and I think it's the red oak that they use to smoke meat, and hickory is another one that can be used to smoke meat. I think it's about 3 times a year that they may have used hickory and oak tree for the cooking of barbecue. And those three times are usually uh, 4th of July, Memorial, and then sometimes at Christmas time too. And also the wood can be used for the fireplace.